Right then. Well, let's just start this and see what happens. So, right. Right. Martello's in anyway, so we'll ask him about it. And go live. So, let's see what happens here. It may or may work, it may not work. And that is straight off the bat, Albert getting a notification that the stream is live.
Yes.
So, lads, lasses, people with glasses, and of course, all of those in between, my name, in case you didn't already know, is Dexter, and tonight I am being joined by my good friend and my co-host,
Albert.
And Albert, where do you hail from?
Click, clack, peow. And BZ Grizzlies.
Well, I can say that I'm a member of Click Clack Pew, and I suppose I am also a member of the BZ Grizzlies. I think. Yeah, so thank you very much for joining with tonight, guys. As you can see, this we've gone for the podcast look on this again this week because for some reason we just cannot get cameras to work with anything but Google Hangouts. So yes, you have us as a podcast for the night. Now I hope that doesn't change the way that you feel towards it, but hopefully this will run smoothly. And now, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm already getting the buffering wheel of death.
Yeah, same here.
Oh, right. Let's try and correct this. I'm going to... Because I don't know what's going on. So I'm going to try dropping the bitrate, and I shall see if that makes a difference. So, output. Right, let's just drop this straight down to 1,000... Whatever it is. 1,000 bits. Right, save changes, yes. Now, every week, we're trying to take this a little bit further and get on a little bit better, but all we can do is try our best. Yes, thank you very much, Colin. Thank you very much for the information that we are live. It is much appreciated. But, now I've got to say, Colin, you're in the chat. Why aren't you in talking to us? See, my joke's that funny that makes people in the background at Albert's laugh.
God knows what's going on in there. Shut the door.
Right, so it seems like we have a fair few people.
You see that through the door, actually.
It seems like we've already got a fair few people in the chat tonight, Colin. Albert. We actually have Colin in the chat. There's no sign of the Chandy Man yet, but we do also have Craig. We have Martello and Paul in the chat. I think that is it for the moment, although we do also have several other viewers who, at the moment, aren't talking.
Yeah, cheers for that, Gussie. Definitely easier on the eyes.
Well, in the future, I'm hoping that you will have our beautiful visages back on, but at the moment, as I said, you will just have to make do with the podcast format.
Yeah, Chan's saying he's busy again.
Chan should not be busy. Monday night is live streaming night. There's something going to have to be done about this. Alright, so anyway, thank you for the shout outs, Martello, on your live stream earlier on. It was much appreciated. And it was very interesting to see sort of behind the scenes of, well, how you go about doing your editing. It was very interesting. I must admit that I didn't see all of it, but what I did see was definitely very interesting. And hello there.
You did come in quite late.
Yes, yeah. I didn't actually realise that he had gone live. I didn't get any notifications or anything.
I sent you the link for.
Yes. Well, that was it. Once I saw that you sent us the link, I then joined.
Yep.
Just in time for you to say that you didn't think I was watching.
Yeah, yes, funnily enough, yeah, I put in that you weren't watching it and you were paid.
Right. We've just had Gaffs drop in. Hello there, Gaffs. What's going on? Well, it would seem that YouTube doesn't like it when we try and stream our faces. So instead, you have podcast format. So I hope that you can enjoy this. I'm moving in on the podcast territory of like player unknown podcast, and there's Snap and Shoot's got a podcast, and Martello has a podcast. I'm coming in here. I'm going to steal the listeners.
Yeah, Gassie's put his chance stroking the blaze.
It's very possible that Chan may indeed be stroking the blazer.
I've just got visions of them topless like he was before, and that bed with all them knobs along the top, just stroking the blaze.
Yeah, just rubbing it against his nips.
Yeah.
Oh God, Gaff says he's editing video while listening to us. Oh, I pity you, mate. Paul has a good point that Chan is probably stroking Boba Fett. I must say the work that he made, the work that Chan did on that cosplay is actually quite impressive.
Yes.
It looks so good. That's why YouTube's banning my face. Oh! Shots fired by Gaffs. Oh, that's just harsh. That's not nice.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's actually quite good. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, for those that may or may not be interested, to broadcast here tonight, we are actually streaming. We are currently using Discord to have a conversation. So, at some point, we may actually open this up to people that wish to join. We may be able to join at some point, but possibly tonight, possibly not tonight. That's definitely something that we may look at in the future, but I'm not sure how it'll work. Anyway, so Martello, since you're here, now I realise that you're working, so you probably want to stay a bit more focused on working. Would you like to give any more details on this pump game?
Well, you know your answer's going to be there, don't you? He's just going to put no.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I suppose that is the risk that we'll run, asking people on the fly. But it's definitely something that I'm interested in next year. And
what I'm interested in is all this posts that have suddenly appeared about England versus Scotland.
Yes.
Is that coming back?
Well,
or is Taz just having a... We're being told here by Gassie we're buffering.
Well, that's the problem because... yeah. You see, now, I don't know what's happening. I'm not actually getting that I'm buffering, but my little scroll bar at the bottom of my screen has stopped moving.
Sounds kinky.
Yeah. I'm kind of getting the feeling that...
YouTube doesn't like us? Yeah, I get that bit.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a little bit of that there is a little bit of that sort of feeling on the go. I'm just gonna close some things here and see what happens, see if it makes any difference. Close that one. I'm gonna unpin that and close that. And close this. Right. That is
talking about the pump game. I tried. Obviously, it was in the northeast of England.
Yeah.
A few years ago, and at one point I was numbers, but I was advertising a pump versus mech game to try and get
to fill out the numbers
more
a bit.
people into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also Tipman kindly donated 10 pumps for people to use for free. But yeah, the idea of I can see it's more than likely going to be end up a pump / mech tournament. But I would love to see no, I don't want to say a pump only, but the pumps to outnumber the others.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That would be brilliant. I don't like these mech these only Pacific games. I'm not a fan when you get like MagFed only, mech only. But a game where the pumps outnumbered. For argument's sake, you only had maybe 3 mech players on the field, and the rest were all pumps.
Yeah,
that would be brilliant.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
just a hike.
Yeah, well, this is. I mean, I think for like a sort of a pump event, I'd definitely be interested in traveling for it. And if it was all the time, if it was all the time, then I don't think I'd be as interested. But if it was a regular sort of occurrence, if it was a standalone event every now and then, I'd definitely be interested in traveling that. But to travel locally, I think I'd be up for doing a game locally, as long as it was, within reason.
Sorry, Colin's just asking how can you join, and I've just put it here on Discord. He is.
Yeah, Colin's got an account on Discord.
Yeah.
I've just noticed down the side here on the screen though, it says Dr. Rush is streaming Standout VR. I know Dr. Rush has been doing a lot of sort of VR streams lately, and well, he was doing them. I haven't actually seen him doing anything for a little while, but they were really fun to watch.
All right, I'm gonna watch that later.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he's actually streaming at the moment, but in fact, he must be streaming because it says that it actually does say that he's streaming. So that might be to Twitch or something like that. I wonder if we can add friends. Right. Let's see what we've got. Oh, I'm looking for the wrong thing.
He's put so I've told him to get on Discord.
Right. You can add 8 more members. Right, I'm just trying to find out. No, I think I'm going to have to reduce the size of my screen here.
Tunes has put here that he's hoping to get a EMEC. Yeah, do it, mate. They're brilliant.
Yes.
Both me and Dexter used them at the GCC.
Yeah.
I can't read them high enough.
Yeah.
I mean, for the price.
Yeah.
Well, come on, you got pulled for your gun run too far.
Yeah. That's it. I mean, the EMEC is an absolutely fantastic marker, and I don't know what more I can say other than that. It's just a fantastic marker. This is the thing. I'm supposed to be making a video on it now. Every weekend that I have a bit of time off, I plan on doing the video, and I keep planning it and I keep planning it and I keep end up getting distracted and not being able to do it. Now the EMEC, I've got a list of questions I'm supposed to be answering on it, and I don't know how I can say more than it's just brilliant, because that's how I feel about it. The EMEC is just a fantastic piece of equipment.
Yeah, and sorry, Benny, saying live stream or podcast at the moment. As soon as we put the cameras up, the whole thing goes tits up. So that's why you've got audio on. Yeah,
this is it. For it's unfortunate, but yeah, all we have at the moment is we've got effectively a podcast. Even then, it's I still think it's not running smooth, but at least we've got something at the moment. I'm really, really hoping that Google brings back something along the lines of Google Hangouts, because, quite frankly, that was just running brilliant.
Well, I've just...
Colin is on, so... I'm just going to open this back up, I think. How do I actually... oh, man. Yeah.
I've just Googled the... I just Googled a replacement for Google Hangouts. And it came up with 20 there, so might be worth one day this week running through, see if one was called Telecast, another one was called well, there's a few different names, different ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, might be worth running through and see if one of them works a bit better. The only problem is the top one was Discord, which is the one we're using.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna have to send Colin a friend request, because apparently, I think you mustn't be able to invite somebody to a private chat on this without actually being a friend of theirs. Right. So right, and then but what you can do is you can actually use the Discord chat channel. You could potentially have the Discord chat channel and use that as a sort of a call-in area if we wanted to do this as sort of a podcast. I'm just running ideas by.
Yeah.
Right. Now, I'm just trying to get this right. Because at the minute, we've only got a couple on here that I can actually invite.
There's a surprise.
Yeah, well, this is it. I mean, it all runs so smooth on the Technical Problem broadcast, doesn't it?
Yeah, Martel's saying, what's up with the video feed?
Martello, for some reason, running Discord through OBS and, well, just trying to run OBS doesn't run perfectly smooth anyway. I think I just haven't got enough computing power for to actually be able to run everything I need to have the webcams go through OBS, and I've tried messing with some settings and it just doesn't seem to make any difference, to be perfectly honest.
He's ran out of coal to stoke up his old PC. That's what it is.
Yep, that's the thing.
These steam powered PCs that people from Newcastle use are no good.
Yep, I'm actually thinking about upgrading. I might have to like put myself on the game just so I can afford to go and buy myself a new laptop.
Martel's just put he had the volume off.
Oh,
he wasn't getting nothing.
No wonder he wasn't answering the questions.
Oh,
I was waiting for it to start for 20 minutes. Maybe that's something I'm gonna actually have to put across the screen, like, isn't it? You know, like turn on audio.
Yeah.
I don't.
Hopefully, you try and get this. Like, say, I want to look at this telecast of that, or
Yeah, I mean, we can certainly try it, can't we? It was just that it was so simple for it to just be able to stream straight to YouTube from Google Hangouts, yeah. But no.
It's still working, but now it's a paid service.
Yeah. I wonder actually how much it is, and I wonder if it does stream straight to YouTube. Because surely, you're not gonna have to pay for like a service that's meant to be designed for meetings and things, to then have to send that, to then send stuff to YouTube from there.
God knows.
Colin must have gone back offline. No wonder I couldn't get him on. It's okay. We only missed. He only missed 20 minutes of excuses.
Yeah.
You know what it is? You know, I kind of feel really bad for it, but that's basically what this feels like it's turned into.
Rightly named.
Yes, well, this is it. I mean,
the problem, we never used to have problems on this. It was always on the Wednesday show, but now, thanks to Google.
Yes. Yeah, it's just about right, isn't it? So anyway, so we're talking about games. So, well, first thing is Martello. We're interested in the pump game. Can you give any more information?
Definitely. Why am I nodding for? The bloody camera's not.
And he says, and his struggled. Had to put in a second hamster. Yeah. Yeah, I think my hamster's a bit old and decrepit. Needs put down by now.
Yeah, no, yours isn't a hamster, mate. I've said to you, it's steam powered. You'd be shoveling coal. You got your lass downstairs shoveling coal in them.
Aye. That's it. Barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen with chucking coal onto the fire. Yep. So yeah, Martello, would you like to give any details on the pump game? Because it's definitely one that I mean, obviously me and Albert, we're interested straight off the bat. You know, a pump game, yeah, we're going to be interested.
and I've already posted it up on Click Clack Piao.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting quite a good response from us.
Well, that's it. I think that's.
I also posted up on UK Pump, but the UK Pump's a very quiet site. I think I'm the only person who bloody posts. And Click Clack Piao now has more members than UK Pump. I think UK Pump has about 120 members, where I'm around about 200.
Ah, very canny. Now, hopefully, we can get a few of those to actually come and play.
Yeah. half them. Poor happy buzzing.
Yeah.
Because you know what it's like. You always get people saying, "Oh yeah, I'll come. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea." You never say either.
Yeah.
But,
well, that's I think it doesn't matter what game you play. It can be tabletop board games, and you say, "Oh, we're gonna have a night where we'll all get together and we'll all play," and 2 or 3 people out of 50 could say, "Yeah, we'll come and play,"
and they don't.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, you'll have 2 or 3 people out of God knows how many will actually turn up. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's one of those things. I can't blame sites when they try and put tickets up in advance and then they end up having to cancel games, because if people don't turn up, well, this is something I've been saying about for a long time. People need to support games in the UK if we want to have paintball continue in the UK.
I know Gav Winspear has said he's definitely up for it.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is, I mean,
I'm sure Colin will manage to drag himself away from.
Yeah. Martel says will be a weekend event sometime in the summer. See, if it's sometime in next summer, there's a good chance I'll probably be able to get to it, because that'll give us a bit of time for it to get settled into new life.
What's Ben on about? Can you not fake a murder or a kidnapping and just get BBC on?
I think he's meaning if I to get access to some of their streaming service.
Right. Price will be fixed per team, including paint. I like the idea of that. So then obviously you're gonna have to manage your paint. So Gav, less of that. I know how much of a bloody you like to chuck paint even with a pump gun.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is it. I mean, if paint's included, I mean, how much paint it would be included? So that's an interesting one. I mean, you could say, like, with an average team, all right, like, let's make this interesting. Just cap each player at 2 boxes for the event. So a 5-man team, you're capping a team at 10 boxes of paint or something like that. But I mean, how much would you cap a pump player at? And you could be really evil and make them play stock class. Make people that are used to shooting semi-automatics play stock class and just see the havoc it causes.
Yeah, Gassy, I would love to see how much difference that Inception game makes to your sniper. You definitely have to let's have a fire of it.
Aye. Well, this I mean, Chan seems to have done really good work on that, and he's got it shooting nice and smooth there, and really consistent. It's just, well, like I've said numerous times before, the Chandy man can. Paul says he could be tempted to learn pumping. Well, there is a certain unique skill to learn the art of the pump. But in all seriousness, I mean, I think one of the biggest things is remembering to pump all the way back and then slide all the way forward when you're playing pump. If you don't do that, then it's just gonna lead to a messy time.
Martello's just boxes there. He says the pump event is just an idea that he needs teams to commit.
Yes.
Just with it being Nuki such a stretch.
Yeah.
Being a special Pacific event.
Yes.
But he said it was born from talking to the Manchester Lions on the weekend.
All right.
It would be the paint included, as I don't want it at one price, no surprises. Part of the game will be paint management. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like the idea of that.
Yes. Yeah, that does sound really good. Yeah. Could be really fun. Are we talking like 3-man, 5-man, 10-man? What sort of size teams? I'm guessing 10-man's probably a bit ambitious. But that leaves are we talking 5-man or we're talking 3-man?
I would, yeah. I'm just texting him now. You. Hello?
Yep, I'm still here.
Oh, you're still there.
I was just waiting to see. Just waiting to see what you're saying.
I'm just seeing how big the teams is going to be.
Mm. I'm hoping that the audio is still actually coming through on this. Because it kind of worries us when stuff on the screen stops moving. It kind of makes us think that the audio's possibly stopped as well, but I don't know.
He's put paint. We will behold the pump tournament on one day and the Classic Woods Bowl on the second day.
All right.
So any paint left then can be used up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I've said on there, how big are you thinking team wise? 5 man or 3? So you want a double trigger on a pump?
Inception Designs trigger frame on Pump Fury 2.0. Colin, why? You don't need a double trigger. Well, I'm saying you don't need a double trigger on it. You don't need a double trigger on anything. I'll bet his fingers aren't that big. I'm actually gonna have to turn a light on. Yeah, it's getting a bit dark. There we go. Nice and bright.
He's just thinking about the pump would be 5 man, and then the classic event would be a 7 man.
All right. Yeah. Kind of well, that makes sense. I definitely think it would be fun for I think it would be one that it could be fun to watch. Because I think with Pump, there's probably going to be quite a lot of movement.
Yeah. And like I say, even if you do have to drop it down to maybe 3 man, if you don't get the numbers, I definitely, yeah. I'd really got me buzzing at the moment.
Yeah. Well, this is, I mean,
really like the idea.
Yeah. You know, you've got me, you, Colin, Gav, Nell. I'm trying to think who else would actually that would be up for playing Pump.
Right. Colin's saying he's in the staging area. I'm guessing that's on Respawn. He's wanting to know.
Yeah. All right.
You not just send him the call.
I'll try and send him an invite. Right, Colin, you need to accept my friend request.
He doesn't want to. You stink.
Yeah, right, friends. Yeah, well. Actually, it says that.
Martello's saying they were buffering.
Yeah. I really don't know what can be done about this. It's actually really, really irritating me that the streams aren't running properly. I don't mind, like the odd bit of buffering or something like that, but yeah. Yeah, so it's a bit weird. I don't know why, but when I'm in the chat with you, when I try and invite a friend, it's giving us the option to invite a couple of other people, but won't give us the option to invite Colin.
Yeah, because he stinks. That's why.
Yeah. Blocked. No, I haven't got any blocked. Right. I wonder if I can. I wonder if I click call on Colin, if that'll invite him to the same call that we're already in. I'm just gonna try it and see what happens.
Go for it.
Nope. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I have just kicked Albert from the call. And let's see what happens. Invite. Okay, that isn't working, so I'm just gonna cancel that, leave call, and I'm going to re-invite Albert. Video. There we go. Yes, that worked incredibly well.
Not bad.
Yep. Oh, there we go. Back. Sorry about that, Albert. Did I kick you from the call there, or?
Yeah, I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, I tried calling Colin, and it just kicked. Well, I'm assuming it closed the call down completely, and yeah.
Well, it looks like it's going to be a short one tonight.
Yep. Well, that's it. Unless we can get Colin in, then and it does show that Colin is on mobile, so he may be struggling. The only other thing I can think of is if
I remember rightly, when I had Discord on my mobile phone, it is a very limited. You can basically see what people are doing, and you can chat, but that's about it.
Yeah. Well, I've got an idea here, Albert. Right, so there we go. Why won't it let us create? Yes, there we go. Create channel. Right then. So now I've got an idea. Haha, right. There we go. Albert, you are now an admin of the respawn. Right, so. Right then, is Colin still about? If you go to the respawn page, then go to on air. You both of you. Colin and Albert, if you both go to the respawn page, and click on the on air section, it should be admin access only.
On air.
Yes, in the voice channel section. Do you see it?
No.
Are you on the respawn Discord page?
Yep.
Right. If you scroll down, it should be on the left-hand side. You should have your little profile thing somewhere. And if you look up a little bit above that, it should say video connected.
Nah. I've not got any of that.
Right, I'll tell you what.
Is it streaming mode? I
don't. Right, Colin's now in.
Safe mode.
No, it's Colin's now left.
Right, so what's this thing you're on about here?
Alright, there's a voice channel on the left-hand side at the bottom of the towards the bottom of the window.
Yeah.
Yep. Right, above that, you should have voice channels.
Nah. I've just got voice connected, then a blank space.
Right.
It goes right the way up and it says direct message to Dexter.
Right.
Information.
Have you not got the option for us to flick between the different text channels, like rules and general, pictures?
No.
Right.
Right. What's it?
Right, you found the on-air section.
Yes.
Yep. Right, if you join that. Right. And there we go. Right, now you should be able to hear us. You may need to turn your microphone on. Right.
Yeah, I can't use the voice activated now. It has to be pushed it off.
Right. Can you hear me though?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Right, champion. You may need to change your settings, I don't know. But anyway, right. So, now we should be able to get Colin in. Aha! Colin! Right, need to turn your microphone on, Colin. Or it may be push to talk, I'm not sure.
Yeah, your voice activated just does not work. I've tried putting it back on and just kicks you off again.
Alright.
I don't know how push to talk would work on a phone though.
Yeah, it might be like hands-free kit. So hopefully we'll get Colin on in a second. Should actually be able to talk to her. And ladies and gentlemen, we are now down to 4 viewers. The technical problem broadcast is in full swing.
We haven't had much to talk about, have we?
No. But you see, once Colin gets in properly, we can then talk to him about how he missed GCC and how it was awesome.
I also think it's because we can't see your gorgeous face now.
Well, I think that might actually be it, yeah. Yeah, I do think though that we're gonna have to have a bit tamper, a bit play with stuff, and see if that's what she said moment. But hello there, Colin. So we're going to have a bit tamper and a bit play and see if we can find another service along the lines of Google Hangouts that we're going to actually use for to talk to people in real time.
I think this telecast thing might be worth having a look at.
Yeah.
If you just Google replacement for Google Hangouts, it gives you the top 20. Obviously, number 1 is what we're using now.
Yeah.
But the second one is the one called Telecast.
Yeah. Right. Well, it looks like Colin's now got it. Yeah, it looks like he's now got his microphone turned on, but
hello.
Hello there.
Hello.
I've got to do push to talk. Apparently.
Yes, I think Albert has the same problem. Funnily enough, though.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah.
Funnily enough, it seems as if I can actually talk without having to have push to talk. I don't know how that works. But yes, of course, the technical problem broadcast is in full swing, and things are technically problematic. So yeah.
Don't you mean just crap?
Yeah, it could be a bit of that as well. I think.
So, Colin, would you be up for a pump-only game? Well, sorry. Yeah, pump-only day, and then the second day would be a old-school tournament.
That's a bit of a daft question, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
It's a daft question for me, anyway.
Yeah.
I'd be more than up for that.
Yeah, it's just something Martello's on about doing, but he's saying he needs teams to commit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think reading his post he made earlier, I think realistically, because of where it is, for me to be able to do it properly, the best way of me doing it would be to make it a family holiday as well.
Yeah. I think that's quite a good idea.
Especially, I mean, Newquay's supposed to be a beautiful part of the country as well, so...
Yeah.
A week-long holiday. Yeah, I've been listening to most of it. There's some of it I couldn't listen to, but yeah.
Was Martello text me and he was saying that it's going to be one day would be Pump, the second day would be Woods Ball Classic. He's hoping that the Pump would be a 5-man, and then the Classic event would be a 7-man. But if he has to, he would drop it down to a 3-man on the Pump. Which means a bit more teams.
I mean, having played the 2-man at Skirmish last year, I think even a 2-man would work. Because then you sort of... It's easier to get teams together. You could do... If there's a few people that have got pumps and turn up, you can stick a couple of them together, and you can sort of try to... If it's someone who's never played pump before, and then you've got someone like me and Albert and yourself, Dex, that play pump all the time, you can sort of have a scratch team with a new pump player and an experienced pump player. So you give the new player a bit more of an opportunity to experience it in a more positive way, rather than just two noobs going in to play against people that are used to doing it all the time and end up getting their ass kicked. It's going to sort of encourage the newer players or the newer pump players to stick with it.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that.
That's the case. The BZ Grizzlies will have about 6 teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
BZ Grizzlies A, BZ Grizzlies B. But yeah, I mean, I think that'd be any amount of number per team would be brilliant. But I think it'd be easier to get you twos and threes, and you can have a proper full-on tournament then, rather than just sort of half a dozen games.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think I'd much rather go into a day where you've got, say, 10 or 15 two-man teams than 3 5-man teams.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because the idea of people having to get a 5-man team together is a bit more daunting than, oh, I know someone who plays pump, I'll go and play with them.
Yeah.
And that's your team sorted.
Well, if that's the case, how would you feel about like 3-man teams? Because I feel like 2-man's a bit.
3-man would be ideal.
Yeah, but I suppose you still have the problem of trying to get multiple teams together.
Yeah.
I suppose the first thing is to gauge what sort of reaction there is to the game as it is. I mean, if there's 40 or 50 players say that they want to play and are prepared to book in, then I suppose they run 5-man probably be reasonable. If there's only say 20 players book in, then running a 5-man event probably isn't going to be amazing. But every event does need to start somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be easy. I think it'd be interesting if you could run it as like all scratch teams. So like literally everybody turns up on the day. Everyone's given a number, and then they pull it like a raffle. So the first 2 numbers out is one team. The next 2 numbers out is another team. So so no one actually knows until the day who they're actually going to be playing with.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea.
The problem is the way Martello's talking is the price also includes your paint, so part of the game is going to be paint management. So I don't know how that would work. Yeah,
well, if you're all playing pump, and then obviously classic the next day, then what does that matter? It doesn't matter who you end up playing with.
I wouldn't want to play with you. I wouldn't have any paint left.
Well, no, because I'd be using my paint level.
So that's what I mean. I'd end up having to give you all my share. You and Gav on the same bloody team would be a nightmare because the paint is. You don't need a bloody semi-automatic. You got your freaking pump guns just as fast, if not faster.
I'll bet it would be fine. They'd blow all the paint in the first game.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think paint management's going to be an issue for anyone playing pump. To be fair, because I mean, I can remember I went down for, I think it was the second Angels versus Demons game at Drake Low.
Yeah.
That was strict 1 box per player. That was all you had for the full game and everything.
Yeah.
And I can remember going out. I took my pump down because it was use any gun you wanted, but you had literally a box for the day.
Yeah.
And I played with my pump in Drake Low tunnels, and I was sort of just starting on my second bag.
Yeah.
Of paint out of my full box, and there were people complaining that they'd run out of paint.
Yeah, that's when you start becoming a bit of a capitalist and start selling your paint.
Well, it was that that bad of a thing that there was that many people had literally shot all their paint in the first couple of hours of the game that they then put then allowed people to buy another 2 bags of paint, like half a box.
Yeah.
And then people realised that actually we've got to be a little bit careful here, and sort of they were going out with one. We weren't bothered taking playing packs out. They were literally going out with just a hopper, so that it didn't blast all the paint that they'd got for the rest of the day and before lunchtime.
Yeah.
What the hell was he shooting?
A lot of other.
You can't see your hand in front of your face in that.
Exactly. That was the thing. It was like kind of they heard movement and just let rip.
Well, funnily enough, that's do you not think that's
the predator thing?
Yeah.
Like kind of you see your mate shooting the jungle and screaming, you just join in and shoot the jungle and scream.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they were doing. Literally, like kind of one of them would fire at something that they thought was movement or noise or whatever, and then everybody else would start firing at full chat.
Yeah.
And then they all wondered why they got no paint left.
Yeah. But do you not think that's kind of well? I think you've definitely seen about it, Albert. But the Bird Box paintball at PB Park, Paintball Park Kidderminster.
Yeah, I'd like to know what the crack is with that.
Basically, I don't know if you're blindfolded and then you got to put a mask on, or if they basically blindfold the mask. But you then put on the tournament field, and you've got to try and it'll eliminate the other player.
It does look rather interesting. I mean, I watched a video of the last time they played it, and it was like kind of the 2 guys were more or less stood next to each other, and ended up, and they both ended up the other side of a bunker to each other.
Yeah, that's
like if one of them, at one stage, if one of them had just pulled the trigger, it'd have hit him at like nearly point blank range.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't want to pull the trigger because that would give my position away. But
yeah. You end up like just crawling around the field, hoping that you kind of touch the other player before they can quickly shoot them.
Yeah.
But yeah, be an interesting one. It's I hope that they do more video on it, because it was fun to watch people kind of slowly moving around the field trying to hear if they are trying to see if trying to sense somebody out potentially.
I don't know if people have just tuned out or what, but the chat's gone dead from a long time now.
Oh yeah. It's funnily enough, now that we've only got like a couple of people left in that are actually watching it. This is a hardcore dedicated fan base. Now that the Slow's watching, and we're using this instead of using the video chat, Albert, where the bar is now scrolling along the bottom.
Yeah, I've just noticed that.
Which I find really weird. In fact, I'm actually going to try something. I don't know if it'll work or not, but I'm going to try putting my webcam on just to test this and see what happens. I'm just going to shut that door because my wife's popping around in the bedroom. Right.
Yeah, we're down to 4 people now, and the sad thing is I'm one of the 4.
Yeah.
Well, I was one. I'm not watching anymore because I'm having to hold my button.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit of a pain in the ass. I keep forgetting. And I'm talking away and I realise, shit, I've got to press the button.
Yep. Or
I've been nodding, thinking that the camera's on, like agreeing to what Dexter said, then realise, hang on a minute, it's audio only.
Aha!
I can't see that I'm not.
Right. Now I want to OK that. And I've just bugger. I'm going to have to quickly get rid of that then. There we go. So on OBS, everything seems to be running smoothly here. Now I don't know what'll happen with when it actually gets to YouTube, but it turns out that I may be able to have my webcam on, but I just can't share all of it with webcam.
So you on the webcam was just audio. At least that will give you something to look at.
Well, that's not necessarily a good thing now, is it?
Well, no, it's just I think that's why a lot of people are turning off, because literally, you know, you just you've got nothing to look at.
It's all Google's fault. Blame Google.
This is it. It is in fact Google's fault. They didn't have this problem while Google Hangouts was working. But this actually really annoys me because I liked doing this show because it was what the focus wasn't on me. It was the fact that we were having like chats and stuff. I don't feel that you really get that when it's just the audio.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and in answer to your question, why do I want a double trigger on a pump? Why not?
Well, I can't really disagree with that.
Colin, you don't need one.
That's it. He doesn't need one, but also
nobody needs a double trigger on a pump, but why not?
Well, this is it. You have got us there.
And it would trigger all the hardcore Cocker fans out there as well. It's like, oh, it's a waste of a double trigger.
No.
What are you doing on a pump for? Oh, no.
I can imagine you rigging up a fake battery in the handle as well, just for shits and giggles.
Well, no,
for nothing.
Because I want one. But no, if you want to do that, you can literally just put an E-blade frame onto a cocker pump.
Yeah, that would definitely trigger as well.
Yeah, trigger a trigger.
Oh yes. Yeah, that would be funny, wouldn't it? Put loads of E-blade gear on it, and then
Well, actually, oh no, the noise.
I wonder if you could rig up an Eclipse Noid cover to be your pump handle.
Well, what I was actually thinking was, have you seen the
I like that.
have you seen where you replace the cocking rod on a three-way with the little switch? And effectively, like you have a full-on, you have an auto cocker effectively that you press the button on the three-way instead of pumping it, or instead of pulling the trigger and pulling the cocking rod. You pull the three-way actuation rod, not the cocking rod. Instead of pulling that, you push it instead. You could go for something like that.
Have you put your camera on then, Dex, or not?
I have, but I think I'm still waiting on the. I think I'm still waiting for it to catch up.
Yeah, I was going to say it's nothing happening in the minute. Like.
This is how far behind our live stream is to the actual chat.
That's mad.
Yeah. My camera must have been on for a couple of minutes now, and it still hasn't caught up on YouTube.
Well, I did say to you when we did that test run, that we were a good few minutes behind.
Yeah. It's a bit crazy, that, isn't it? Oh. Yeah. I wonder why, though. The moment I try and put webcams on, it just doesn't work.
Do you not think Facebook might be the way to go? Because you can video conference on Facebook.
Same thing happened though. We tried doing the video conference. That was what we did that day when there was like the half naked Chan on screen.
Can you do Skype?
Skype wouldn't load through OBS for some reason.
WhatsApp?
WhatsApp, I don't know. I've not tried using it on my phone, but I would imagine most of them are still the same. Bloody hell, that's how far out of sync we are. Martellos just posted that he's still here. Now I'm not sure if that's because he's only just getting the Paul as well saying he's still there. I'm not sure if that's because they've only just getting to the point where it's letting them know that we're talking about that people have left.
Yeah, when we said how many people are left, Jesus Christ, that's about 10 minutes.
Yeah. That is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. That's how far out this is.
It's like time travel.
Yeah.
Except the wrong way.
Yeah. Bloody hell! I can't believe that. That's that far out. Aha! Webcam has just turned on. And any second.
Still got a line in front of your face.
Yeah. Well, that was it. I really should have cancelled the live on air bit first.
Yeah, it's an improvement.
Yep. So there we go. You see, my webcam is working absolutely fine when I try and do this by myself. But the moment I put there we go. Martello straight away saying ooh. The moment that I try and put webcam on with you guys on as well, it just won't work. There's a thing on the screen. Yes, Martello, thank you very much. Well, I suppose in future we've got this, haven't we? But it's not exactly what I wanted from this stream, but it's something.
That's how far we are behind. I've just put the audio on and I've just heard Colin say it's all Google's fault.
Right. Yeah, that is.
You know what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to pack up your McDonald's Wi-Fi and bring Albert down here and do it from here.
Yeah. I keep telling people it's not the Wi-Fi. It's the shit computer. I can't say that really because like any second now my laptop may just take a hissy fit and blow up.
So WhatsApp, I thought it was just texting. Can you video conference in this?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can video call on WhatsApp. Yeah, so I'm guessing that you guys have seen the stuff on. Well, I know that you have, Albert. Seen the stuff on Facebook from the Scotland versus England page.
Yeah, there's a couple of new profile pictures appeared, which is rather promising that something's being kicked back into life.
I hope so. Did you see what I put? Ooh, you tease.
Your favourite game, the slapstick.
Yeah, for the slapstick. Ooh, you tease.
Well, that's it. Do you think there's potential for it to actually be coming back? I mean, I really, really hope that it is. Yeah.
Well, the last time I spoke to Taz, they'd been kicked off the site. The landowner asked them to go.
Well, that's assuming that it's that same site. They could put on Scotland versus England on a different site.
Yeah, don't they still have Tazball?
Last I heard, yes.
I know there isn't a lot of paintball up north of the border.
Yeah, up north.
Paintball as a hobby north of in Scotland is non-existent.
Yeah, that's it. There doesn't seem to be much happening up there.
Nearly all airsoft now.
It's a shame.
That's partly why Cammy's doing his taking up airsoft, because it means he can actually go and play in between big games.
That's it. He can still get out and shoot people.
Yeah.
Aye. So
because that's the way everything's gone up there.
Yeah, which it is. It is a real shame, but well, what can you do? If that's all that's available, then that's all that you can do, isn't it?
No, I mean it'd be nice to see the game come back. It's a shame even if it isn't on the same site. If it is on the same site, all well and good. But if it's not on the same site, it doesn't matter. Still a cracking game.
Yeah. That's it.
And it's nice to have a scenario game in the north. Because when you think about it, all your Mayhem, North v South, Paintfest, what else is there?
Well, you've got.
They're all all the big scenario games are all relatively south.
Yeah.
I mean, most of them are south of me.
Oh yeah. And that's it. I mean,
I'm not exactly northern.
No, that's it. Anything south of the wall is the south. So, to me, use a lot of all southerners.
And isn't anything past the Watford Gap is north?
No, anything north of the Hadrian's Wall is the north.
Yeah, and
then Londoners, anything past the Watford Gap is north.
Yes.
Yeah.
So basically, to people to Dex and people in London, I'm in no man's land.
Yep.
I'm neither north nor south.
Ah, but that's only if you take half of the opinion from each of those people.
Yeah. I'm a northern southerner.
Yeah.
Or a southern northerner.
A southern northerner.
Scotsman with his brains kicked out.
I was once called a spy. Yeah, it was Sid from the clan referred to me and Parksy as spies. Yeah, I quite liked that one. It made us feel like a secret agent.
The only time you've ever felt special, isn't it?
No, I feel special every day.
Yeah, special needs.
Oof. Oof, you bitch.
Oh dear.
So now, I'm kind of wondering, now that the webcam is actually working, I'm kind of wondering, could I actually live stream other stuff? Like, would it allow us to actually like live stream games and stuff instead of webcam? I'm just curious on that one. Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
Push your luck, Dex.
Yeah, that's it. I think I'm already pushing my luck as it is. Oh.
But at least this way, I know it was better when there was all of us on the screen, but at least this way, people have got something to look at.
Yeah, I suppose.
It's not the prettiest thing, but it's something.
Hey.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got to try and do my best blue steel look. There we go. Like about 10 minutes down the line, watch the feed, and that should come through.
So basically, once we've hung up, I'll go back to the feed that's still live.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Like when it gets to the end of the feed, I'm just gonna say see you later. I'm gonna walk away for 10 minutes and then come back and cancel the stream, and it should just be about the right point.
The problem is though when you're asking people questions.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if the reason that it's done that is because it's been buffering, and then every time it's been buffering, it's been getting a little bit further behind, Since we've gone on to using just the on-air section here, and since we've used the on-air section, I haven't experienced any issues with buffering.
Funnily enough, on the bottom of my YouTube, it does go red when it's live and it's not red. So if I click live, there you go, I should be caught up now.
All right. I wonder. Actually, yeah, I've just noticed that as well. I actually drag forward, and yeah, according to that, I'm now live. Ah. Right, well,
learn something new every day.
Yeah. Maybe worth actually mentioning that in the chat. So I'm actually trying to write this in here.
I forgot about the push to talk. I've just been I'm live, but you've just mentioned about Hadrian's Wall, so there is still a delay.
Yeah.
Not as bad.
Yeah. That's almost acceptable, that.
Almost.
So, come on then, since you're finally here, we've finally got you in person, well, to an extent, Colin. How's fatherhood treating you?
It's fun. I'm enjoying it. I've got a week left before I go back to work.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That, I mean, what have you taken? Like, have you taken holidays as well as paternity?
Yeah, I've had my official 2 weeks paternity.
Yeah.
Followed by a week's holiday.
Yeah. Very nice.
But yeah, thoroughly enjoying it.
I feel so if you're that's happened to look after 2 kids.
Yeah.
So you have to get that word
Yeah, but yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
It's fantastic.
Generally being a good boy and sleeping through quite well. I've only been up 2 or 3 times a night, which is doable.
Yeah.
It doesn't kill you.
Yeah. That's the thing, though. Are you getting up through the night?
Yes, I am.
Well, I suppose like at this stage, like when you're not back to work yet, then getting up through the night isn't such an issue. But once you go back to work, it's going to be a bit of a killer, isn't it?
No. Well, to be fair, normally he seems to be waking up about 5 o'clock ish at the minute.
Oh, that's quite handy. Human alarm clock.
Yeah, which is going to work quite well as like kind of he wakes me up, I go make him a bottle and go to work.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. But we'll see how that goes.
Aye. Well, that's it. I mean, it'll get you up in plenty of time for to actually ride your bike into work. So.
Yeah.
Although, have you been doing much? Have you been doing much bike riding? Well, I suppose you won't have been out on a bike in this weather, considering newborn and everything.
I managed to get one little bike ride in because we forgot something at the shops. So I rode off to the shops to go and rather than going in the car to go and grab some bits.
Hour and a half later, he came back with a bottle of milk.
Well, no, it was a case of we'd been shopping in the morning.
Yeah.
Got home, going through, packing everything away, and then realised, we picked up the wrong size nappies.
Right.
So I had to go back and get the smaller ones.
Yeah. Could you not just wrap the bairn up in kitchen roll?
No. I'll let you try that one.
Hey, I might. It's probably not a good idea for me to be trusted with like the looking after a small human.
You'll probably end up with a nappy on your head.
Well, as long as it's a clean one. I feel like I'm going to be like one of these caricatures of the new dad that is just completely overwhelmed and just absolutely useless.
Well, I to be honest, I thought I was going to be like that. I genuinely, I thought I was going to struggle and it was going to be like total, really, really struggle with everything.
Yeah.
And I got sort of thrown in at the deep end.
Yeah.
Because my good lady wasn't very well afterwards and was whisked away to surgery. So I sort of had to learn quick.
Yeah.
Because there was only me there, and it was sort of 2 or 3 hours before she was back.
Yeah.
And even when she was back, she wasn't exactly in a fit state to be doing anything like changing nappies and that. Yeah, she just said literally couldn't feel her legs.
Yeah. So epidural.
At all. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was thrown in at the deep end, and I think that's probably actually done me quite well because it forced me into, because before I was absolutely petrified at the idea of holding tiny newborn.
Yeah.
Because they're so fragile and delicate, and it's like
made of glass at that age.
Yeah, and it sort of threw me in at the deep end and forced me into it.
Yeah.
And I was the first one to change his nappy. I was the first one to get him dressed.
Yeah. That's cool.
It's almost a good thing to get thrown in like that.
Yeah.
Not that you want the reasoning for being thrown in, but it's good to be thrown in.
Yeah. Well, that's it. It's a sink or swim sort of situation.
I'm gonna have to go for a minute.
That would sound like a bit of a squelch followed by I'm gonna have to go on for a minute. I'm not gonna ask too many questions. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, Colin should be back with us shortly. So, I realise that we have actually there is still a bit of a delay, but Has anybody got any questions? Has anybody got anything that they would like to mention, that they'd like to bring up in the chat? Seeing as we are now finally, like, it seems like the stream is actually running relatively smoothly for now, which is amazing.
Strange how you can run you on, but like, how much more power does it take just to run another camera? You know?
I don't know. I don't know what the situation is, but I don't know what's going on. If they were to bring Google Hangouts back, I'd be more than happy for it to run everything as we did. But I can't explain why this isn't working.
See, that's what's making me think: is it a software problem, not a hardware problem? Because Google Hangouts worked brilliantly.
Yeah. But apparently Google Hangouts isn't very sort of intensive on your computer itself. Because I mean, effectively, you think about what Google Hangouts actually needed was all it needed was access to your webcam and then broadcasted from Google Hangouts itself directly to YouTube. Whereas at the minute, I'm running OBS, I've got Discord open, and I've got the internet open, so I can actually see the stream and make sure that things are coming through and that I'm getting comments and everything at the same time.
Alright, so Google Hangouts, you need to use OBS.
No, that was it with Google Hangouts. Literally, Google Hangouts is the broadcasting software.
Right.
So I've effectively got 2 more programs open.
Yeah.
As well as having the internet open. Whereas, yeah, it was a lot easier for to be able to use Google Hangouts. Now, what I'm hoping is that some point that they might bring that back, or we might be able to find some alternative. But I don't know. So I mean, I watch a lot of sort of people that do like live streaming and stuff, and especially what I did up until pretty much when they shut down Google Hangouts, there was some guys that I was watching that were doing Dungeons and Dragons campaign, and they were using Google Hangouts as their broadcasting software for that because it was very easy. You know, they all just dialed in, sat and had conversations, and did whatever. But now they've all pretty much dropped over onto using Discord as well because that's their only option, or that's their option that works. But I don't know. But they must be using the OBS to broadcast it to YouTube or wherever else. Come on, Gibbs, you can come in. You coming in? No, he's gone off. He's gone to the bedroom. Invisible dog again.
I'm just getting a thing there. I'll speak to you when we go offline.
No worries.
It's nothing too, but I don't want.
Oh, that's absolutely fine, Albert. I understand.
Battle Grizzlies.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely fine. Right. Anyway, well, I think it's coming on 10:15. We kind of started this not really having that much to talk about as it was anyway. So I think we've probably had these good people here for long enough.
I haven't been very talkative anyhow because I'm in agony with 2.
Yeah.
So still, we're trying to get this bloody crown sorted. It's like only 2 months now.
Yeah. You're not getting booked, not getting an appointment or anything, or?
Oh yeah. Well, what it was is I got a crown put in. Well, when he took the X-ray, he didn't notice there was an abscess, so he put a crown over the top of an abscess. So I went back.
Yeah.
He had to drill through the crown to release the abscess, but he couldn't.
Right.
So he then said I had to go to the Newcastle Dental Hospital. But before that happened, my crown actually fell out.
Right.
So he then managed to do what he couldn't do before.
Right.
So now I literally have nothing. It's just a little sharp stump of a tooth sticking out.
Nice.
You know what your tongue's like. It's always running over the top. And it's really, really sore and it's really, really tender.
Yeah.
And I also think that might be because of the abscess as well.
Yeah, it probably is, yeah.
But when I made an appointment, he goes, right, I need to see you as soon as possible. So, right, no problem. So I went and saw the secretary. and she was all right. This was the 10th of July.
Yeah.
And the earliest appointment I could get 23rd of August.
Yeah.
That's as soon as possible. 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's about right, isn't it?
But the only problem is the 23rd of August.
Mayhem. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And Simon's on about going to go down early, so I don't know what's happening there. I might have to cancel my appointment and hopefully get an earlier one or what, because at the moment, on a night time, I'm alright through the daytime, but on a night time, I'm in agony.
Yeah, well, that'll be because during the day you're distracted.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what enough of my dental pains.
Yeah. Well, I suppose I'll say it now, so there's a chance that people will actually catch it. I suppose, ladies and gentlemen, we are probably going to end the stream here. Anything after this point was just us waffling on to let you actually catch up and know that we are actually ending the stream. But it's been a pleasure, as always, to try and entertain you, and I hope that myself, Colin, and Albert have actually achieved that tonight. I realise that there's been a lot of technical problems tonight, but this is the Technical Problem Broadcast. And as I said, I hope I have been entertaining. Have you got any words that you'd like to say, Albert?
No, not really. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, hopefully we will be back next week, and hopefully we will have something sorted out. More than likely, we will probably be running a similar setup to this next week. But again, as I said, we will hopefully have something sorted out, though I can't guarantee that.
Maybe try WhatsApp.
I don't think it'll make much difference, because it's the fact that we're having I don't know. I think it's the fact that we have something like another program running through my laptop. I think that's what's killing it. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I was kind of wondering what that was there. Anyway, right. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's
I got sick of folding my trigger down. I was scratching my ear and I forgot my fingers. And...
He just like stuck some tape over the button or something.
Yeah, I'm literally just sitting with my finger on the button and I was scratching my ear and then realised.
It's fine, man. So your next game's Mayhem.
Yes.
Aye.
Looking forward to it.
You
definitely need to try. I know you can't this year.
Yeah.
I don't know what your situation is going to be like next year.
Mm-hmm.
But you definitely do need to try and get down to that game if you've never played it before. It's definitely like. I know you get like I'm envious of hell of these people who go abroad and play, and that's probably never going to happen to me. But at least I try and get to every game I can in the UK. And for me, Mayhem's definitely one in the UK.
Yeah,
you want to go. You want to see at least you've played it once.
Yeah,
well, it's like Drakelaw.
Yeah,
Drakelaw, amazing. Hopefully they will run some more games there. But I've played it. I've played Sunnybridge. I've played what's the one near Stonehenge?
I'm really not sure.
What is it now? Sunnybridge, is that in Wales?
Yes, Sunnybridge is in Brecon Beacons.
Yeah, I played that one. And there's another one. It was Where Paintballers Dare.
Right.
Ran by Going Postal.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know OMG have used that site as well.
Yeah.
It's an amazing site. But it was basically they ran it off Where Eagles Dare.
Yeah.
The game, the film, but they called it Where Paintballers Dare.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Definitely look good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the name of the site.
Not Hollenbush, is it?
Hollenbush? No, that's a paintball site, isn't it?
Yeah. Or was this not an actual paintball field?
No, this is a military.
Cope Hill Down.
Cope Hill Down, yes.
Right.
That's the one. Yeah, I've played there.
See, that's one I haven't played.
I never got a chance to play the bunker at Exeter.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if that's still running.
I've no idea.
I would love to go down to there. See, that one went tits up along the same times as when Shoreline went a bit tits up, because I know there was a lot of hoo-ha, and I don't really want to go into it.
Yeah.
But it was down.
Yeah.
I'll leave it there. But there was a lot of hoo-ha with the owner of that site.
Aye.
But yeah, that'd be another one that I wouldn't mind actually playing.
Yeah.
Apart from that, big game wise, done North versus South. Nah, I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I must admit, I'm not a fan.
North versus South.
Yeah.
See, North versus South is the one that can be really fun if you get into the areas where there's lots of firefights. But there is, at the same time, at North versus South, there is a lot of long balling, which is a shame, because there can be some really good fights, but it gets known for the long balling.
Did you ever play North versus South when it was at Heart of England?
No. The only place I've ever played it is where it's at now.
See, now when it was at the Heart of England, way better. Smaller site.
Yeah.
We're still talking huge as a paintball site, but not half as big as what's it called again? Where they run it now?
I'm not too sure what the name is of the site where they run it now.
Yeah. But it was still a large site, but it was just all the firefight was contained in one area. And it was, for me, it was a way better game.
Yes.
Paintfest, I think I'm done with the actual big game of Paintfest. If they run another GCC, then I'll definitely be back.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'd play the scenario side of Paintfest. The first year they ran it, when they had one team starting at the actual safe zone where the punters go, and the other team starting from the field.
Yeah.
Way better. Well, since they started running everybody, one from one side, like the left side of the field, and the other team from the right hand side of the field, everyone just, as soon as they walk through the start gates, they turn left or you turn right, and then you have a massive firefight 2 inches away from the safe areas, and the rest of this amazing site doesn't get used. Yeah. I mean, the last time I played, I remember walking around and looking at all the site, and it's an amazing site, and nobody using it.
Yeah, that's
nobody all using it because they're all congregated at the bottom end where the vehicles are.
Yes, yeah.
It's all congregated around there.
It's called Convoy or something, isn't it?
That's the way, something along that lines. But because you have the embassy, Convoy, and then is it the Pyramid Field? Yeah,
the Pyramid Field. That if you go through from the Pyramid Field, you end up at like the Cowboy and Indian Village.
Yep.
Yeah.
But and then the rest of the site's just not getting used.
Yeah.
And so, nah, and mind, one thing I must say, I don't think I'll camp again.
No.
That was a nightmare.
Yeah.
Especially seeing they'd all done their big game on the Saturday. Then they had the pit. Don't get me wrong, I still went for a drink.
Oh, yeah.
But when people are still playing music at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, some guy with his main beam on, and his bloody car lighting up the field.
Yeah.
No, I think if we do the GCC again, I think I'll be saving up a little bit extra more money and I'll be hoteling it.
Yeah.
At least then you're going to get a decent, nice kip.
Yeah. Well, this is it.
On the Sunday, which was when we really needed to be on our game.
Yeah.
The ones at camp, we were knackered.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. Yeah, I mean, it was rough getting up, especially when it had been lashing it down all night, and there was, like you said, there was people blaring their music, and then there was also the car that was parked right in front of us that had his lights on, and God knows how long those lights were on for.
Oh, till the early hours of the morning.
Yeah, well, I got up for a slash at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was standing there with me shreddies, taking a whiz with full beam on us.
Mind, I must admit, it's something I do like what Mayhem does.
Mm-hmm.
Mayhem has 2 campsites.
Yeah.
They have the noisy campsite and they have a quiet campsite.
Yeah.
Which I think is a good idea.
Yeah, and if somebody's being noisy in the quiet one, you've got permission to eat them.
Well, no, it just doesn't happen. It's like because the quiet ends all like the OAPs and they're all like teams round our age.
Yeah.
So it's not they're there for the paintball and not to get absolutely rat-arsed.
Yeah.
And the thing for me is when I go to a paintball event, I'm there for the paintballing.
Yes.
The drinking is secondary. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind a drink, but I don't go there to get absolutely rat-arsed.
Well, you see,
there's a lot of culture now around big games.
Yes.
People getting absolutely rat-arsed.
Yeah, well, I do think that's one of the things with Painfest, and I do think that's one of the reasons why I think that moving the game to the Saturday was a great idea. You know, you can go out and you can play all day Saturday, and then you can have a proper skinful on the Sunday, and then drive home Sunday afternoon once you've maybe gone and played a few games and recovered a bit. I think that's a much better idea than having the big game on the Saturday night and people going down and drinking all night, drinking a hell of a lot of stuff. You know, they getting themselves absolutely paralytic and then going and playing the next day. Well, not even getting up and playing the next day. Because I think that probably massively affected player numbers in previous years. But but when they've added in an extra game, you know, like the GCC, that wasn't great for people that were playing that.
It wasn't good for us.
Yeah.
At all.
But for the game itself, it probably worked fantastic. But one of the things I think, and the other reason why I'm glad that they've done that is because you can go down, and I mean, can you imagine if people were to drink the same amount that they drink at Painfest, you're basically drinking your ticket fee.
Well, a lot of people go there, I think, with that idea. Totally, it's a free bar.
Yeah.
I paid 90 quid for my ticket, so I'm going to get my money's worth.
Yes. Well, that's it. But then in previous years, they've not been able to then play on the Sunday because they've drunk themselves to the point of not being able to get up the next morning.
But shall I tell you something that I'd do?
So,
I get Jack Daniels. Well, I get Jack Daniels and Coke,
and
I might have 2.
Yeah.
And then the other end of the field, they have a bar set up for people who don't drink. So I just help myself to the Coke.
I didn't even know that they had a second bar set up.
Oh, they have a second bar set up, and it's just to help yourself one, and it's all lemonade, Coke, orange. So I just go over and I help myself to the Coke. If anybody looks, it looks like I'm still drinking Jack Daniels and Coke.
Yeah.
I've did it for years. I even do it on a night out. It's like when I know I'm starting to get a bit too drunk, I'll stop drinking the Jack Daniels and Coke, and I'll just go to the bar. Can I have half a Coke, please?
Yeah.
And then if anyone goes, oh, look at him, he's not drinking. Yeah, I am at Jack Daniels and Coke.
Yeah.
It's not. It's Coke.
Yeah.
Can't tell.
Yeah, but some